Blessings and welcome to the path to freedom and this morning meditation for deep and profound self-love as you move through your day. My name is Daniel Roquéo, and as always, I'm grateful. I'm thankful that you are choosing to join me in a moment of setting ourselves free. In a moment of setting ourselves free to be in love, to be in joy, to be in harmony, to be in wholeness, to allow for abundance and beauty to well up from within us, regardless of conditions and regardless of circumstances, and even regardless of the thought patterns that we may have held on to that may have served us in the past, but absolutely do not serve us at this point of our evolution. And so I invite you to make yourself comfortable as we move into the meditation. Whatever that means to you, to make yourself comfortable, I invite you to do it. If that means sitting up or standing up or laying down or laying on your belly or sitting cross-legged or with your feet planted on the floor or whatever it means. The important thing is that you make yourself comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable. I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to put a smile on your face. And then I invite you to turn your attention away from the external world, from conditions and circumstances, meetings, phone calls, to-do lists. I invite you to turn your attention away from all of that and bring your attention to the breath, to your holy, sacred breath. And I'm going to invite you to have your attention stayed on the breath through this meditation. And there are a couple of things that I invite you to become aware of, to be aware of when it comes to the breath. When it comes to the breath as an anchor in the nowness of this moment. And the first thing is that the body with its divine intelligence knows exactly when to breathe and how to breathe and how much air to breathe in. So all that to say that we don't ever need to make the breathing happen, but we can simply, and I invite you to simply relax into the breathing, surrender to the breathing, observe and witness the breathing as it happens, as opposed to making it happen. And the other thing that I invite you to become aware of is that each breath has 4 stages to it. There's the in breath, there's the space between in and out breath, there's the out breath, and there's the space between out and in breath. And oftentimes in meditation, it is that last stage, the space between out and in breath, that's where our attention drifts away from the breath. So being mindful of that space and setting the intention to be not only mindful but extra vigilant in that space where our attention is concerned allows us to sustain our attention on the breath for longer and longer periods and with ever increasing ease and grace. And I invite you to take a deep breath in, breathing in peace, breathing out everything that is not in alignment with peace. And as we take on that feeling tone that all is well, let's give the peace that follows permission to move us deep, deep, deep into the stillness and into the silence. Now, what I want you to know, what I want to begin by inviting you to know, is that God or Spirit or the universe or infinite intelligence or love or life with a capital L, that this one presence, this loving presence is saying to you right now and right here, you are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. And I invite you to carry this gem of unconditional love with you throughout this day. That wherever you go and whatever you do and whomever you meet, you are God's beloved, and in you God is very, very, very well pleased. So all those small and limited thought patterns of not being enough, of not being worthy, of not being lovable, of not being sufficient, they have nothing to do with how Spirit sees you, how Spirit knows you. But you being one with the one mind, one with the one power, one with the source of everything, are a unique, perfect, whole, and complete expression of that. You are God with skin. Spirit in flesh. So regardless of what you may have been told about yourself, regardless of what you may be telling yourself about yourself, you are enough. You are enough. There's nothing that you need to do to prove your worth or your value. Your worth and value, they are intrinsic, they are inherent. Love is at the core of your being. Wholeness is the truth and the essence of who and what you are. You have come here shot from the mind of the divine, from the mind of the infinite. You've come here to be what you are, to be the light that you are. The light that is brighter than 1,000 suns. You're here to be a light that lighteth up the path for all men and women to see. You're here to be a blessing. Yes, you are blessed. In every conceivable way, you are blessed. But you're here to bestow the blessing that you are upon the world. You're here to be a blessing in every waking, moving, living moment. You're here to touch people's hearts, touch their souls. You're here to make a mighty difference on the planet. You're here to allow for God to express itself in a way that God has never, ever expressed itself before. You being a unique and perfect, whole and complete emanation of Spirit. No one has ever been what you are ever before. The world has not seen anything like you before, nor will the world ever see anything like you before. There are no two things exactly like anywhere in creation. So you, my friend, my dear beloved, you are special. You are unique. You are perfect. And you're here to allow that to exude from the depth of your being. You're here to shine. You're here to glow. You're here to radiate. You're here to allow for the magnificence that you are to shine through you, to come through you, to flow through you, to erupt from within you. You truly, truly, truly are God's beloved, and God is very pleased in who and what you are. You're not here to prove anything. You're not here to accomplish anything. You're not here to make anything happen. You're here to be what you are and to allow for more and more and more of that which you are, that which you've always been, that which you will always be, but to allow for more and more and more of that to emerge. My dear one, you are enough. You are enough. And I invite you, as you move through the day, to feel worthy, to know the truth and the essence of who and what you are, to know who and what you are, to know that you are God's beloved and in you God is well pleased, so that all the people that you come into contact with today, every action that you perform, every task that you move into, to infuse them with the greatness that you are, the excellence that you are. God never, ever makes a meaningless act. Spirit never, ever makes a mistake. Which means that who and what you are in this moment, in every single moment, is just perfect. It is just who and what you are meant to be in this very moment. God always expresses itself perfectly. So in this moment, in every single moment, you are perfection embodied. In this moment, in every single moment, you are exactly who you are meant to be, where you are meant to be, doing what you are meant to do in that moment. You are enough, my beloved, my dear one. You are enough. Know it. Feel it. Allow every cell in your body to vibrate with knowing that you are enough. Allow every organ and muscle tissue to resonate with that high vibration. And yes, there is the ego that may be telling you all kinds of stories, all kinds of excuses as to why not allow the light that you are to shine, to glow. People may have told you that you are not good enough. People may have told you that you are a mistake. You may have been telling yourself that you are not worthy of love, that you are not enough. These have nothing to do with the truth, with a capital T. The truth with a capital T is that you and Spirit are one. You and the universe is one. You and infinite intelligence are one. And as that one, the one power, the one mind, the one source of everything, is all there is, it must mean, and it absolutely does mean, that you are enough. So I invite you in this moment to take the opportunity to let yourself know how much you love yourself. I invite you in this moment to give yourself, if not a physical, but at least a virtual hug. To in your mind wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug, and letting yourself know how much you love you. That inner child They may have experiences of hurt, betrayal, of not being enough, of not being sufficient. I invite you to wrap your imaginary arms around that inner child, letting it know that you love it, that you love him, that you love her. Give the love that you are permission to well up from within you. Give the love that you are permission to penetrate and permeate and infuse your whole being. Even the thought forms that may be speaking of you not being enough, that may be telling you that you are not worthy, that you are a mistake. I invite you to love them up too. I invite you to embrace and allow them. So that you may release and let them go. You are embraced. You are cradled. You are sourced, fueled, funded by the one mind, by God, by Spirit, who still eternally is saying, "You are my beloved. In you I am well pleased." Oh, my dear beloved, I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. My dear beloved, I want you to know that there's everything right with you. You are not missing anything. You're not lacking anything, but you are everything. You are everything. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel the light that you are. I want you to feel that you are a blessing. That you've come here to make a mighty difference on this planet. That you have gifts, that you have talents, that you have abilities that no one has ever seen before. That you have come here to go where no one has ever gone before. That you have come here to be what no one has ever been before. Because you are unique. You are perfect. You are whole. You are complete. There's no absence anywhere in you. There's no lack anywhere in you. You are not missing anything, but you are everything. You are everything. And as you step into this day, know and feel that every single step is sourced, fueled, and funded by the one mind, by the infinite, by the divine. You are never alone in anything. Spirit is always with you in everything. Eternally saying, "You are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased." You are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. You are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. So in this moment, I invite you to welcome the new you, the expanded version and expression of who and what you are, as you gently open your eyes, as you softly gaze around the room, gaze at yourself. I invite you to acknowledge the transformation that has happened, the shift that has happened in your mind, in your consciousness. I invite you to become aware of how good you feel about yourself, how worthy you feel about yourself. The sense of I am enoughness that you are feeling. And I invite you to take that feeling with you into this day and through this day. And I invite you to come back tomorrow so that we can do this over again and over again and over again and over again. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for tuning in. It has been my absolute joy and pleasure to be with you. Until we meet again, I absolutely bless all of your ways, and I absolutely bless this one day with much love, many blessings. Namaste.